You know, today's environment is particularly challenging for a lot of small businesses, but the key is there's certain principles you can use when you're thinking about connecting with your customer. And these things are embodied within copywriting. Well, you're in for a treat if you're wondering how to build your business, because I have with me Charlie Byrne. He's with Early to Rise. He's the associate publisher and the senior copywriting editor. He joins me here at a conference in Delray Beach, Florida. Charlie, thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks a lot. It's my pleasure.
I want to ask you a question. Today, a lot of businesses are struggling. They're going through problems of trying to reach out, trying to increase their advertising and do it properly. But copywriting principles seems like they work. You know a lot about these. Are there any particular principles that would work, particularly in a tough economy?
Yeah, well, there are a couple. There are many principles, of course, but there are a couple that are perhaps more powerful and eternal than others. These are basic, like, theorems that are good in any time, but especially applicable right now. Probably the most important thing that you can do if you're starting out and you're thinking about how can I write this sales letter, what can I do to make this more effective, is make it about your reader and not about you. When someone's reading something and you're writing it, the natural tendency for an entrepreneur is they're very excited, and they tend to want to write about themselves and all about their product and how fantastic their product is. In reality, that's exciting for you. It's not so exciting for your prospect, believe it or not.
Yeah, because they've got their own issues they're going through.
They do. It's the famous thing is, what's in it for me? That's what your prospect is thinking. And so, whenever you write something, another way of looking at that is, let's say you write a tagline, which is sort of your headline. Imagine your prospect reading that and thinking to themselves, and so what does that mean to me? I'll give you an example. Just the other day I was driving down the street in a local sandwich shop. You know, when we talk about copywriting, normally we don't think about retail stores. We think about direct marketing, internet marketing, etc. But you could see examples of good and bad copy everywhere. Driving by, I see a new Subway shop that just opened. And there's a big sign. Actually, it wasn't a new shop. It was an existing shop. They just reopened, and there's a big sign that says, under new management. And I'm like, well, that's a very natural thing for someone that's excited about opening a new store to put up.
Yeah, because it's about them. Hey, they're the new manager, and want to tell the world they're the new management.
We've got a new store. Isn't this fantastic? But then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, that really doesn't say that much. I mean, maybe there were some people that really hated the old place and it was roach infested or something, and they might come back now. But is that really the big message you want to send out? I think to make it, again, that's all about them. You want to make it all about your prospects. A better sign might have been, in small letters, under new management, 25% off all week. Or under new management, we've now got the cleanest kitchen in town. Or under new management, your lunch in 5 minutes, or it's free, something like that.
Or try our new such and such item.
Absolutely.
That's really good, the very best. We brought in the best chef from wherever, or something like that.
Right. So that's a very simple example, but it just struck me that right away they didn't understand perhaps the most important rule of copywriting: make it about the prospect, not about you.
Okay, so we got make it about the prospect, not about us. What would be another one you could give us that would really help an entrepreneur in a business today?
Well, another common mistake that I see amongst starting out copywriters or people that have not been really trained or poorly trained is they try to make things too complex. At Early to Rise and Michael Masterson, we have something called the power of one. And the idea behind that is that one strong idea is actually much more complicated than many ideas. The natural tendency for people, unfortunately, is when they want to convince you of something, they'll start off saying, boy, I know something and it's really fantastic. And, oh, by the way, and it also does this. And it does that also. And, oh, did I mention this?
Yeah.
And that, strangely enough, that actually weakens it. The person, because it confuses your prospect, and they walk away wondering, I'm not sure what to think now, because there was all this stuff going on. It's much better to say one strong idea.
Well, those are good. That one strong idea, and couple that with making sure that it's something that's relevant to that reader, the person that's the target, the customer.
Right.
Because that's what really matters.
Right.
Well, Charlie, you're doing a marvelous job. I read Early to Rise at earlytorise.com. It's something that's in my must-read folder. If someone wants to find out about that, they want to get a subscription to it, what do they need to do?
Just go to earlytorise.com. It's free. There's a free sign-up box up there. There's no obligation. We have all kinds of interesting information every day. There's information actually not only on marketing, but all kinds of aspects of entrepreneurship and even health and investing. These days, of course, with the economy in trouble, people need ideas for building wealth outside of Wall Street. So we try to give a lot of those every day, whether it's through real estate, entrepreneurship, business opportunity, you name it.
Right.
So,
well, Charlie, thank you very much for joining us. I've admired you for years. You're doing a great job, and keep it up. Thanks for joining us today.
You bet, Terry. My pleasure. Thank you.